Good, good. Good morning.
Good morning. It's been a busy day so far, huh?
Yeah, yeah. For me, how's it going for you?
It's been wham bam slam,
Yeah,
but it's a good thing, right? When you're
definitely.
busy, that means the money flow is coming in.
Yeah, hopefully, right? Hopefully. So you're joining us from Meiborg, 3PL, right? So tell us a little bit about Meiborg for people that are not familiar.
I love that you said the name correctly, Meiborg.
Of course, you trained me. Yeah.
Yeah, I tend to do that a lot. So we are a family-owned business, started by Bill Meiborg with just 3 trucks, and then eventually Zach Meiborg took over, and he grew it up to 225 trucks today.
Wow.
We have 700 trailers. We also eventually expanded into warehousing. So we have
Right.
1.3 million square foot facility here in Rockford, Illinois.
Oh, close
also
by. Okay.
Close by.
Yeah, yeah.
Collectively, we have about 1.2 million right now in Houston, Texas.
Mm.
So we are growing very
Yeah.
rapidly, and we are very excited. We are also a bonded facility. So this is what I'm going to talk to you about today. It seems to be
Yeah.
like a very hot topic when it comes to the tariffs, right?
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of people are talking about that right now, right? I mean, there's a lot going on there. I mean, I guess tell us, first. Why don't you tell us what a bonded warehouse is for people maybe that are not familiar?
Of course. A bonded facility is typically a facility that's physically here in the United States,
Right.
but it's not here economically. So you can actually move things into a bonded facility without having the obligation to clear taxes. Therefore, you just don't do your customs clearance. And it's really important to a lot of people that have uncertainty right now, and they're trying to figure out if I should or should not pay taxes, and that's where this is one of the things that they could do, storing this into a bonded facility, and you can actually store these items up to 5 years.
That long?
That long.
I didn't realize that long.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
Without clearing it.
Yeah.
And you can do your quality control, you can check your items. That's the little perk that we have here at my.
Yeah, interesting. So now tell us a little bit about because obviously, like you said, I mean, tariffs are like a huge topic right now, and probably by the end of this discussion, like they would have changed again, right? I couldn't even tell you like where they stand right now. I mean, it's changing like almost every day, every week, right? But a lot of the challenge, right, for some of these companies where they're finding these tariffs being an issue is because they've either been distributing from like Mexico or Canada into the United States, and there's been some ability to do some tariff or tax avoidance through doing that, right? So how does that utilizing a bonded warehouse? I mean, are you still able to get those same kind of benefits for people that were doing that, or does the tariffs change anything about the way bonded works? I mean, tell us a little bit about that.
Well, the good thing about bonded house, the customer is actually able to control the landed cost. Because if you're in a bonded facility,
Yeah.
it does not mean that you're clearing taxes. So you can wait for a little bit. I'm actually going out speaking to a lot of people, telling them to wait until the end of April.
Okay.
That would be the best time for you to decide on what to do. Trump right now, he is pushing all these executive orders, but after pushing it, he's taking it a step back,
Yeah.
and then he's doing, he's either amending it or he's trying to figure this out himself. So while everything is up in limbo, I think it's best for everybody to just hold on just for a bit. So while you're doing that, you can put it in a bonded facility like Meiborg's and just store it there up to a couple of months and then start pulling it out. You don't just have to do it during these uncertain times. You can just do it at a regular time where you don't know if you have clients, you don't know if you have people that are actually going to buy a product. So you can put it in there, and as soon as somebody buys your product, then you can start pulling them out a little by little. I think that it's good because America is the biggest consumers in the world. I mean, there's China and India. When it comes to people, population-wise, they're really
Huge,
big.
yeah.
They're huge. But U.S. is the biggest consumers
Yeah, we love to spend.
almost in the entire world. Yeah, we're always spending. we bought through COVID. You know, everybody was worried about COVID, but we were still buying.
Yeah.
And you see, having these tariffs coming in from Mexico, Canada, people are like, oh my God, do I not buy products from Mexico or Canada? I would say just hold on just a minute, because what Trump is doing right now, he's trying to have them change their mentality, trying to just get them to adjust their behavior a little bit. And it seemed to be working. Once that is adjusted and we don't have these illegal immigrants coming in, you know, with the drugs, and he's trying to control all that.
Yeah.
And with all of that, he would be able to do that just by slapping this right now, but eventually it's going to come down. But think about this. It's been successful because all the other countries around the world are actually reducing our duties right now because they want to be part of the U.S., knowing that we are the biggest, you know, economy when it comes to people buying, they're spending. So, of course, everybody wants a piece of that cake, you know. So I think that at the end of the day, we are winning, and what Trump is doing is not exactly. It doesn't. I wouldn't say it does not make sense. It does. If a company is slapping us with 15%. And we're now just slapping them at 3%. I think it's only fair for him to go back and say, I'm going to give 15% as well to balance this out.
Yeah.
So it's a plus and minus, but we'll just have to wait and see instead of just trying to jump into it and try to, you know, clear this out. Because a lot of customers have come to me before. They're like, oh no, we're just going to do it. People just want to get this done and over with. But after a month, they're like, oh, dang, I should have waited, you know?
Yeah, interesting. So I mean, it sounds like that with a bonded facility option, right, that may be an interesting way to kind of, you know, deal with this, depending on whichever way it goes, right, to still, you know, maybe save on some of that tax cost. But how, I mean, what rate or how quickly can someone get into a bonded warehouse? I mean, does it take extra time because of the stipulations around it, or how does that work for a customer?
Well, the thing is, anybody can actually have a bonded facility in their building, but it does take a lot of paperwork. That's why we are like, you know, instead of going through all that process with paperwork, which typically takes about a week, 2 weeks to get everything sorted, just give us your problem, and having a warehouse that's already experienced in it, you don't have to worry about, oh, at the end of the year, I have to file this CBP Form 300. Yeah, like, what is that, you know? And if you don't do it, you're going to get fined. But if you give it to somebody that has already been doing it for a while, it actually helps. It actually helps you eliminate your headache. Just give it to us, and we'll store it. It may take about 2 weeks to get everything together, but after that, you're good to go.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, and I think that it is so uncertain right now, and I think, you know, I hear, you know, a lot of people saying that, like, we're not sure what we're gonna do because we don't want to do the wrong thing, like you said, like, we should have waited a month, right, to see what's happening. So it's very interesting to hear about that option there for people to go after like a bonded solution. So, you know, tell us a little bit, coming to ProMat, right, as like an end user, essentially, right? These solutions here are things that you would implement in, you know, your business. Tell us a little bit about, like, what has you excited here? What are you potentially looking for? Like, what do you think might be a fit here for Meiborg?
Well, I think a lot of the robotic automation, I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh my God, the parceling and packaging, you know. We are an Amazon FBA ourselves.
Oh, okay.
So we do a lot of it, and right now we are doing things manually. It's effective. One of our customers is actually Spirit Halloween. So we do all their fun stuff, right? So getting into the robotic part eventually would be something I would be interested in. So that's one of my main goals of going around today, just to help what we have going on. And I mean, we're doing a fantastic work with everything that's going on. We were awarded with all kinds of awards by Spirit Halloween and even Expeditors,
nice.
Warehouse of the Year. So we're extremely excited to see what's going to happen in the future.
Nice. All right, cool. Well, I look forward to connecting with you at the end of this week and learning what you really thought was exciting here and what potentially might end up in a Meiborg warehouse here down the road. So really appreciate you coming by and chatting with us. I think super informative in terms of like how to navigate with the bonded warehouses and potentially the tariff situation that's going on as well. So if people want to get in touch with you or learn more about Meiborg, what's the best way to do that?
I'm on LinkedIn. I'm always on LinkedIn. Actually, everybody that knows me, I'm on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
There's only one Uma Taylor on LinkedIn. So you can connect with me on there, or you can also email me at taylor@meiborginc.com.
All right, great. And definitely connect with her and really appreciate you stopping by. It's been a pleasure to talk to you, and we will see you later this week and enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you for having me, Kevin.
All right. Thanks, Uma. Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning into today's video here on our YouTube channel, the New Warehouse Podcast, and I appreciate you tuning in. If you liked what you saw, make sure you subscribe to our channel, and if you like this video in particular, make sure you like it as well. And if you want to get this great t-shirt that you see in the video behind me, Warehouses Are Sexy, head to warehousesaresexy.com and get your own.